What they do, good people? It's your boy Jay Money, and tonight I have a special one for y'all. We definitely got a really good one. We have some great topics going on. This next person I'm gonna introduce, she has her own businesses. She has been in business for a long time, working for herself. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been through a lot in life, so she has some great advice that she can give to the people. Further, I want to introduce a very special person to me. Y'all give a round of applause for my new co-host, Miss Niecy.
That's good.
Please introduce yourself for the people. So the ones that may not know who you are, can you introduce yourself for the people? Let them know who they dealing with today. Let them know a little bit about yourself, and don't be shy. Talk to them.
I am shy. Hello, people. I am Shanice, aka Wifey, and I am in the building.
I want to talk about your business. Let them know what you do for a living.
I have my own cosmetic brand. The name of my business is called My Glitter Obsession Cosmetics. I've been in business for about 3 years, and yeah, still going strong. Loving it.
Want to get some drops? Snapchat, Instagram, anywhere they can find you.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at my_glitter obsession, as well as TikTok, same username, my_glitter obsession.
All right. So you know where to find that. So this is my thing, right? How can we start this topic off? Anything special you want to talk about, or should I start off?
You go ahead and start.
Per usual. Per usual, you know. So I got a topic I want to talk about, right? So I have a friend. He's a real good friend of mine. He had an issue. So how can I say this? Okay, let's say this, right? So he's a guy. He has this girl. They met. He has let me put everything in a perspective. He has 3 kids, right? 2 he's been raising on his own for quite some time. He's been a single dad. The woman he met, she just had her first child with him. I think the baby's a couple weeks old, maybe a month old at the most. He works 12 hours a day. Currently, the wife doesn't work. So she stays at home all day with the baby. He works 12 hours. He gets home, and his girl is complaining that she's tired and wants him to pitch in a little bit more with the baby.
Wait, so she's complaining that he needs to pitch in with the baby?
Yeah, she's complaining.
Okay.
Yeah, she's complaining that he needs to pitch in a little more with the baby when he gets home. So my question is, do you think, well, this is the big issue. He is upset that he has to work 12 hours a day, pay all the bills, everything that he has to do, and has to come home to the nagging of saying, yo, you need to do more when it comes to the baby. And he's complaining about he's really, really fucking exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So is he wrong for feeling the way he's feeling? That's my question to you. Who's wrong or who's right? Let's ask that question first. Who's wrong, who's right? Who do you feel like is the more tired person? Is it the woman who's been at home with the baby, or the guy who's been out working 12 hours a day?
Honestly, my opinion, I think that when it comes to a woman taking care of kids at home, like a stay-at-home mom, I feel like it's like, how can I say it? Like, how do you say it? Like undervalued. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like a woman working at home or staying at home with the kids and um, just being home with the kids overall. I felt like
Don't be shy. Speak your mind.
oh my god.
Do you feel like they're under derived? Like people don't understand exactly what they go through?
Yeah, I feel like they don't understand exactly what a woman is going through when she's home at with the kids or whatever. But I do understand like a man, you know, going out, paying all the bills, working a 12-hour shift, and paying all the bills. That's a job in itself as well as a woman being at home with the kids. That's a job in itself. Both of them are jobs. Like a woman is at home with a kid all day, and it's a lot of work. It may seem easy because it's like the woman is at home. She's not actually going to a job. She's not clocking in and out, or she's not working a certain amount of hours, whatever. But I feel like women are, I don't know, like, that's a job within itself. Like working, going out. Not just okay. So a man going out working 12-hour shift, whatever. Hold on, babe. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So a man going out working a 12-hour shift or whatever. That's a job. I understand like he'll be tired going out working and he doesn't want to come home to a woman complaining. Like who wants to come home to that? But I just feel like that like us as humans we complain. Like I feel like everybody complains, regardless of what it really is. Like you hear me? I feel like everyone complains. Like us as human beings, we're always gonna complain about something, and that's just my perspective. But not to say like because he's paying all the bills, like she should be like, oh, you should take help with the baby more, or do this or that. I feel like that man and that woman made that baby, so that man should help, taking care of the baby. But for the most part, the woman's gonna be, I don't know.
All right, so let's say this, right? So let's say this, right? Let's say the man, because I don't want to go into equal rights, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really not about that. Because I understand where you're trying to go with it. Okay, y'all had a baby together, so you got to sit down and talk about it. That's obvious. And that was my advice to him was you need to sit down and talk with your woman because anything can be transpired to where she feels that way. You feel me? And, which brought up another subject that your woman is different from anybody in here who's asking about any advice. So whoever is reiterating advice to you, they don't understand your situation and what you're going through. Their situation is different from yours. So you need to talk to your woman because you understand her more than we would understand her. You feel me? You need to sit down and get an understanding of what's going on in your household. You need to relay your feelings and how you feel about what's going on. And y'all need to come to a common ground.
Yeah, I feel like if a man feels like a woman is complaining too much about, being at home with a baby, then maybe, like you said, that should be a topic of discussion. They should have a conversation about that. About, like, maybe she's, like, I don't know, or make her feel, I don't know, just make her feel like, I don't know.
Comfortable?
Not comfortable.
Or like more open?
I don't know. If it's like a problem in the relationship, I just think it should be a topic of discussion. And
well, you got to find a common ground. That's the main factor. Because think about this, right? This woman just had a baby. She's been dealing with him and his girls. You feel me? His kids for the longest, however long they've been dealing with each other. So obviously he thought she could be a great mom and had a baby with him. So him understanding, he has to understand that this is her first child. She has never bared a child herself. Her body's going through a change. You feel me? Her mind's going through a change. everything about her feelings, anything that's going on that's getting her overwhelmed, it's a transition that's happening. She's never experienced that before. You feel what I'm saying? So he has to get an understanding of what she's going through. She could possibly be going through something that's called postpartum. Some people in the world don't believe in this, and to bring it up, it's crazy because I had this conversation with some people in Twitter Spaces. You know, some people I know in the battle rap community.
I get that.
And I'm sorry, you know, their opinion is, I mean, it just made me a little upset because I've experienced this with one of my BMs, you know what I'm saying? And I know that this is real. And women go through this because, like I said before, their body is experiencing a change. I'm talking about pushing out a whole human being.
Yeah.
Their mind is experiencing a change. They just pushed out a whole human being and could have died in the process.
Yeah.
They could have literally died in the process. That's the crazy part that people don't understand that women go through. They could have died. Men or women too, because it was some women that was agreeing with this shit that postpartum isn't real. I was shocked that women who felt like they've never experienced that this shit ain't real. I was like, yo, just because you ain't go through it don't mean the next woman doesn't go through this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like postpartum is very real, but I feel like every woman experiences postpartum like differently. And like for instance, when I had my son Ethan, my first child Ethan, my son, my postpartum was a little bit different. Well, from what I experienced, I was in the room one night, and I was dealing with having to, like, you know, when you first have a child, have your baby, they wake up a lot throughout the night. And I remember one day when I was in the room and I just started like crying, and I started like going through it. I started like really like breaking down, crying, and feeling like just standing there in the room with him in my arms, just like feeling like I was gonna snap or something. Like it was just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like something I never really experienced. That was like the first time I experienced just like holding him in my arms, right, and really just like standing there in a room in the dark. He needed a pamper change, and he was just crying a lot that night. And that right there, that's how I knew like postpartum was real. Like me just standing there and just like not even feeling like myself, like feeling like a whole other person. And yeah, it was a lot. I didn't go through that a lot. Eventually got used to it, but I feel like I said, I feel like every woman goes through postpartum differently. Some more so than other women. Like more other women might experience it, you know, like on a different level. Right. But postpartum is definitely real. Like I experienced it myself. So.
Nah, it's a fact though.
Yeah.
Because like, let's say we watched the show recently, right? And on this show,
what show?
What was it called? Echoes. Mm-hmm. And on this show, they exposed something that probably went over your head, right? Or probably went over a lot of people's head. But I'm gonna bring this up. The reason for them switching as adults, because they stopped doing it for a long time.
They stopped?
Remember, they stopped. Remember, they didn't switch at all when they were adults. They went on. The sister went to California. She was living her life. Uh-huh. The other sister was in the country, back home. She was living her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were going through their financial problems, but it wasn't that big at the time. Right. But they were going through their problems. Mm-hmm. Remember, both of them got pregnant at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The sister that was in California lost her baby. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this gonna fuck you up because you thought who you thought was the good sister wasn't the good sister at all. Now, I'm gonna tell you why, right? we were rooting for Miss California, right? We were rooting for her the whole time. She was the cause of the whole switch. Remember, the sister that was in the country, she was dealing with postpartum. Remember, she went to the sink. She was washing the baby in the sink, right? You know, like some country folk do. Washing the baby.
Yeah.
And the baby slipped in and went under the water, and she started panicking.
Yeah.
And just stopped and was staring, but she was in a whole nother trance.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't believe it, and it took her somewhere else, and her mind was elsewhere.
And her sister,
but off the baby, and the sister walked in and saw it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So she was going through, and the sister was like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? You tripping, bro? The baby, like, come on." You feel what I'm saying? And that right there showed her going through postpartum. The sister that lost her baby was the one went through it, and then it was like, you know what? It dawned on me. Let's switch places.
Yeah.
I'll handle this for a little bit so nothing like this happens again and you lose your baby. She didn't want to deal with the pressure of now both of the babies are gone? No way. Yeah. You feel me? I know you lost your baby. You had the miscarriage, whatever happened. You feel me? I'm sorry. You come in, you know what I'm saying? She was going to come in and take care of that baby like it was her own. You feel me? Because she didn't have the opportunity to have a baby. And she was going through, the sister was going through whatever she was going through mentally. All the financial issues, not feeling welcomed by the husband because he's always out working, you know what I'm saying? And not giving her attention, you feel me? And having that baby.
I feel like there's like a lot of things that plays a part in postpartum. I feel like as a man, you should definitely like be there for your woman. She's going through that. Like I said, like every woman goes through postpartum differently, but you should definitely, especially like after a woman just has a baby, you should definitely be there for that woman, for your girl, for your wife when she first has that baby. Like you have to like just make her like comfort her, you know? Like you have to like be there because she's going through a lot and she might not even say that she's going through a lot. Why are you laughing?
No, because like you go into something where it's like it's another topic, right? And you running them for me, right? So saying that a man has to be there for that woman, right? Which is true. A man should be willing to understand his woman, just like how a woman should be willing to understand her man. It's really like, this is a we thing. So if I have to understand you, you have to understand me, right? It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street, right? Kinda. Okay. So next question. The next question. The next question is this, right? This is my next question. Do you feel like, as a woman, you are the prize in the relationship? Who's the prize in a relationship? That's the question. Who is the prize?
Both of us are the prize. Why would I be the prize in a relationship? Or why would it be one-sided? That's kind of what I'm getting from that.
I don't want you to agree with me. I want you to agree with us. Like,
oh, no, I don't.
I want you to be on some shit where, like, women feel like, what is this thing where women feel like they are the prize? Let's talk about that. Women strongly feel like they are the prize. Why?
What exactly is the prize? What does that even mean?
Like, you're the catch. You are the catch of the relationship. You are, like, if you wanted to leave, it's you are the prize. Like, the man means nothing. You are what should be praised in a relationship. You are the queen. You should be bowed down to. That is just what it is. The man should work hard for the rest of his life to maintain his woman and make sure his woman is happy.
No, I don't agree with that. I feel like it should be like, that feels like a lot like one-sided. Like it shouldn't be I'm the prize. It shouldn't be you're the prize. Like both of us are in the prize. We're in this together. Like it doesn't. That's honestly how I feel. Not you saying anything to me about it, but I feel like we're both the prize in the relationship. Like why should, like, I'm your queen, you're my king. Like why should it be any other way? I don't know where women get the perception of like a woman is a prize in a relationship.
Okay, so can I be honest? I mean, the reason why women feel like that is because, I mean, men make that a thing. We want a woman who's that right woman. I mean, it's a proven fact. Mathematically, there are more women on this earth than there are men. So, really, men have the option. It's a proven fact. We have the option.
Option of what?
There's more women in this world than there are men. So that's why you see a lot. Well, I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want any genders or anything. I don't want none of that coming around. You know what I'm saying? I want none of that going against me or what I'm saying. But there are more women on this earth than there are men. That's a fact.
What is that?
So that means that really the real catch is the men, because if the woman really wants to find the right guy, she has to cipher through the only ones that's there. Because if every man on earth chose a woman, every man on earth chose one woman, there'd be a lot of women out here left without a man.
It'll never be like that, because there's gonna be people, there's gonna be men that are single, there's gonna be women that are single and want to be single. There's not gonna be everybody has to be in a relationship. There's always gonna be there's always gonna be single people in a relationship. No.
I mean, it is, because let's think about this, right? It's not really, weighing off of that. It's about what is the true prize of a relationship. Men make it, well, I'm gonna say certain men make it to where women are the dedicated features, right? Which is wildly insane, right? For men to make women feel like they are the dedicated, they are the special species, which they are to me, because a woman goes through a lot more pain than a guy goes through. I don't want to get into the talk of being a black man in America, but we'll throw that out the window. That's another conversation. But a woman is the prize. A man wants to make his woman happy regardless, but vice versa. A woman should want to make her man happy also. So I feel like the prize in a relationship should be the relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
You feel me? Not one or the other. So when I hear a lot of women say, nah, the woman the prize, that's what it is, blah, blah, blah. But in the same breath, these same women, where you at? Right here. Same women are the women that tell people that women should be equal to men when it comes to jobs and how treatment is. But women are the prize. So if women are the hierarchy, then there should be no debate about equal rights. Women should be treated to an aspect where they are higher than men to these women. Why is that not the case? Now, men allow women to be what they want to believe, right? Mm-hmm. So if we give you what you want to believe, we let women know they are special. They are more valuable than us, because it's the truth. Y'all give birth to life.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going into another topic, but I just want to bring this up. But I feel like social media plays a big part in how women perceive things, because I don't know, I feel like people go on social media and they see it another woman living this superficial life, and
fantasy.
Fantasy. They look happy, they look good, and they just want that life, or they just want I don't know what they're doing. Just the whole I'm going into different topics.
It's good. Talk about it.
Even the whole thing with the OnlyFans,
mm-hmm.
You remember OnlyFans?
Of course, who doesn't?
Yeah, that wasn't even a thing until it became an app or whatever, that you can literally go on the app and start selling pics of your body, or some people sell
but it's been around for a long time though.
Yeah,
women have sold their bodies since the beginning of time.
Oh yeah, definitely. But now it's a thing where you can actually download. It's legal. You can download this app and basically sell whatever you want to sell, like your body, your feet, or some people just
It's been like that for a long time though. Women have sold themselves for a very long time. I mean, corsets and all of these things. Why you think these things are around? These things been around since the beginning of the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's nothing new from understanding exactly like, you know, women selling themselves an app. But what does play a role in this is women are now feeling like this is something of the regular.
Yeah.
Back then, this was something that was hidden. Women didn't want to be, you know, projected as being a prostitute. Like that was a bad word. Some women they were okay with, okay, I'm a prostitute, but it was very seldom. Just like being openly gay was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this on wraps. I know what I am. People know what I am. I don't have to project this on the world. You know what I'm saying? We living in a time now where people feel like they have to project these things on the world, and the world has to accept this as something. As a man, I'm not accepting women portraying themselves or just putting themselves out there just like sex this, sex that. Sex does not sell in the world that I live in. Not with my daughters that I'm raising. I don't even want my daughters even being around these things. Like, I would lose my mind if my girls just thought that it was cool for them to pose half naked on social media or be twerking in videos. It's the normal shit to do. Like, I'll be super upset. Like, I will fuck my daughters up. I'm sorry. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but I will fuck my daughters up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how I'm raising them.
What about, like, getting bodies done and stuff? Getting their bodies done.
You say that again?
Like a woman getting their body done. I know you don't.
My opinion on that is, listen, what makes you happy, makes you happy. But
that's crazy though.
I'm sorry. What you got?
Sorry. So like, I was watching this, like, you know, I'm into like watching dating shows and stuff like that.
Right.
So I was watching a dating show, and there's like women that are basically dating men or whatever, and they have like wingmans, which is like their brother or sister. So basically, they come onto the show like with their sister or their brother or their cousin, whatever sibling they want to bring onto the show.
Right.
And that's supposed to be their wingman to help them like get into a relationship with everybody, and they can win like money at the end of the show, whatever. So there's like a bunch of different women, a bunch of different guys on the show, and there's like these women who, it's two women. They look like they're like I forgot what their nationality was, but they have their bodies done. You can tell.
Right.
You can look at them and you can just see they have their bodies done. You can tell she has a nose job. Both of them together too. Mm-hmm. They're twins and they have their bodies done. They have their butt done, their titties done. They have their nose done, and their lips done. And their lips are like super huge or whatever. And yeah, they have their bodies done or whatever. But on this show, there's a bunch of new people coming into the show because they eventually like eliminate the couples or people who are not working. If they're not working out on the show, they eliminate them and then they bring some new people out. And the new people come out, and it's crazy because, okay, so the people that are on the show, they eventually, there's like so many different choices to choose from. Like, they have like just different couples, different people or whatever. And they have these girls that I'm explaining to you, and it's like the girls that have their bodies done, that have like a nice figure. They have their lips done, their cheek, I don't know, it looks like their cheekbones were done, or their cheeks or face, I don't know. It looks like that was done as well. And everybody that comes on to the show literally has, everybody that comes onto the show literally has, like, everybody that comes onto the show, they always choose the girls that have their bodies done. And they have so many different options or different people to talk to or get to know on the show. Like they have this blonde girl, they have this beautiful black girl, they have this beautiful Spanish chick or whatever. But it's just crazy how every person that came onto the show, they cling more towards those girls who have their bodies done, and a lot of the other girls that a lot of the guys weren't coming up to were like natural females. Like there's a beautiful natural blonde, like I said. There's a beautiful natural black girl and a Spanish chick. But all the guys that kept coming onto the show, they wanted the girls who have their bodies done. They did not want, like, nobody was really talking to the other, like, the girls who are natural. And it was just crazy to me, like, how some people are like, we don't like people who get their bodies done. But then when it comes down to that and they actually, like, are looking for somebody or, getting with somebody, they end up choosing, like, a girl
the woman with their body done.
With their body done. And it's like, and then they just like leave the natural girl like it's nothing. Like
well, two things about this, two things for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a show that is projected for them to choose that woman with her body done, because what is the world without these women getting their bodies done? Somebody got to make the money. Yeah. Somebody has to make it, and that's what's happening. Somebody is making the money, and they pushing this out here on society for these girls to want to go spend their money to look like this woman. But in all actuality, there are a lot of guys who love women who get their bodies done. Future said, what did he say? Because Future said something, right?
What did he say?
That boy said, before the surgery, she was a 5. After the surgery, she was a dime. So, when I heard that, I was like, dog, this man is living in a world that I do not want to be a part of. I refuse to be a celebrity if I gotta choose the woman that got her body done over the woman that's natural. That's number one.
There are some guys like in this world that, like I said, like a woman who has their body done. To each his own.
You damn right. To each his own, because I don't listen. I don't want a woman who got her body done. I don't even like the fact that women go and get tummy tucks and all that stuff. I'm just not agreeing with it. But for the women who are, it's hard for them to get off the weight that they've put on over time. That's different. Like if you're doing a surgery for a reason, it's to help you to get a boost on life. Because when you do have a certain amount of weight put on you, it's hard to really be motivated to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I do understand there's trials and tribulations to it. I mean, it's an excuse. But I do know, it's tough sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And they do need a boost or something that'll help them out, whether it's a tummy tuck, whether it's a fat transfer or whatever it might be.
Interrupt you real quick, because I feel like America nowadays, or to this day, America, the United States where we live, is very, very lazy.
Yes, yeah,
everybody wants to take the easy way
route.
Out.
Yeah, it's the easy route.
And that's so easy to do. Anybody can get their well, of course it's expensive or whatever, but people can, pay. That's easy.
Yeah, it was a payment plan now.
But you can really, like, anybody can get the body that they want. All you have to do is work out. Go
to
the gym. Are you dedicated? Do you really want this?
Some people, it's hard to say that because everybody doesn't feel like they have time, right? Like after a week or a month or 4 months or 6 months, like everybody doesn't have the patience to go through that. So I might go to the gym for a week and I am unexpired after that week. You know what I'm saying? I may not be motivated. I'm in there by myself. It's just not a push for me. I have so much going on. I have so much that's weighing in on me. I'm going through. I got so much stress going on financially. It's a lot of things to a lot of factors to weigh in, right? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's different. It's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put something out there and blame that on late. Well, yeah, I'm blaming on laziness, but at the same time, I'm not gonna put that on everybody. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people do need those shortcuts. Sometimes they do, you know what I'm saying? Because life ain't easy. It's not. Yeah, life on earth is not easy. It is tough out here. It is. You feel me? And when you going through it, you going through it. Even the rich, they going through it too. Yeah. In a different way. Everybody has their problems.
Everybody is going through something.
Right. So tell me, when you're a billionaire, right? Let me ask this real quick. Why aren't all billionaires in tip-top shape?
Because not everybody, I don't know, I don't think they care about that. I mean, they got so much money, like, a lot of people think, like, money is happiness. Like, they're probably already satisfied. Like, nowadays, like, a billionaire can get, like any woman they want. Not any woman they want, but they can get a woman that they want that looks, good or young or whatever. Of course, like, I don't know. I've never seen, like, too many billionaires, like, out of shape.
So can a billionaire snatch you?
No.
So how can they get any woman they want?
I don't get with somebody for money.
I'm just saying, how can they get any woman they want?
No, I corrected myself. I didn't say any woman they want, but they can get a younger woman.
You crazy as hell. Nigga come right now and say, baby, I got $1 billion for you right now. Transfer this shit right now to your account. Just give me a night.
No. Sorry.
$1 billion? We're talking 1 billion. Hold on, let me transition this real quick. I want you to see my face. We talking $1 billion.
$1 billion for what though?
For a night.
What is a night?
To do whatever.
Because if you trying to do something sexually, it ain't happening.
$1 billion?
No.
$1 billion.
I'm worth more than $1 billion.
You got me fucked up. Oprah coming, I've got $1 billion for you. I'm giving it up. $1 billion? Baby, I'm taking care of you for the rest of your goddamn life. $1 billion? Baby, I'm taking care of. We good.
You ain't gonna be alive.
We straight. What you mean? Well, we good though. We good. $1 billion, baby. I'm taking you on the biggest honeymoon you ever wanted in your life. I swear to God, we going everywhere, goddamn it. I got you, baby. What you want? $1 billion, girl.
No.
Billion? Nah, but that's neither here nor there. I mean,
It's Goodbye. We're done. We're done.
Oh my God. Hey, baby, please make sure you stay inside of the camera for me, please. You see the camera. All right. I don't act like you'll see it, okay? Bring your body into the camera, okay? There you go. All right. There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, you fuck. So, yeah. I forgot where I was going with this shit. Any question you want to ask me, goddamn it, you the interviewer now. I mean, this is our show. I mean, and just so the people out there, we will be doing this a lot more. You know what I'm saying? We will have guests on here. This is me and the Shani Show, just so you know. So we're going to have people that we're going to invite to the show.
I got to get more.
These things around here that you see, let me transition real quick.
I'm more of a listener. He's more of a talker. I got to get more comfortable.
Facts. So these things right here, you see right here that I'm going to point down to, these things over here that you see, those things right there, all these, across the bottom, across the side, all these things right here. Mm-hmm. Those are ads that you can have your business logo presented in. We also are doing things where you can add your business commercial. We will make the commercials, or if you already have one made, we will present them to the people. We will be doing this live. We will be live streaming this on Facebook.
Can you do me a commercial?
Instagram. Yes, ma'am. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We will be going live on all of these platforms. Yes, we do have the followers for every one of these platforms. Myself alone, I have almost about almost 7,000 fans alone, on Facebook. Most people don't even have that. I have almost 7,000, in between 6 and 7,000, followers on Facebook alone. I have 10,000 followers on YouTube. I have well over 1,000 followers on TikTok. It's not an easy task. I'm just gonna say it. It's not. If it was an easy task, all you motherfuckers out there would have over 1,000 people. Y'all will be able to go live. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy task, but yes, even YouTube, we have fans on YouTube. So, this is a platform, that has a fan base. So even my car wash service has fans. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do that I'm attached to, anything Niecy's attached to, has a fan base, and people do pay attention to it. So y'all should definitely reach out to us to have your business promoted. It'll be something that's viable to you and your company also. And we'll make sure we got a package plan put together that you can definitely reach out to us about, So, I want to promote something here. I'm not for sure. So, I know how you feel about battle rap. I know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's just, something that you just don't fuck with at all.
Not even that. I don't know. I just feel like I don't, it's a vibe. Not gonna lie. But
Did you enjoy Jacksonville?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. That was my first time going to a battle rap event in such a long time. I used to go with you all the time, remember? I used to go
somewhat.
Don't do that.
You used to go somewhat.
Don't do that. Don't.
Okay.
But it was a vibe. I enjoyed it.
Let's fuck with it?
Yeah.
Well, this one here is in Jacksonville.
Oh, that one's in Jacksonville?
Yeah, this one's in Jacksonville. It's on September 24th.
Oh,
I was gonna bring it up, but yeah, this is one that's going down. They have some battles, so let me break this down. This is Barbarians Battle Arena. This is BBA, which is the abbreviations for Barbarians Battle Arena. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. September 24th is going down at the Justice Pub, I believe. It's called the Justice Pub.
Last time?
Yes, at the Justice Pub. Okay. That was in Duval.
Okay.
That was the same spot. They have the main event, which is going to be Moses West, which is the top shooter, and Duval.
That's a new name that I've heard.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. He didn't perform that night.
Okay.
He wasn't there that night. Well, he didn't perform that night. He was actually on tour with Erykah Badu them. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. He does this poetry thing, and he has these great songs that he puts out. So he's going up against Miami's own Lash. Lash is a big name down here too. He's been around, you know what I'm saying, for a little while. He's battled some of the top guys that has been, offered to him. I think that'll be a dope one. We also have, as you can see right above us, right up there, Mike versus Northside Breezy. Which is crazy, right? Because both of these guys' name is Mike, right? Mike really? Merriweather versus Mike. So Mike has to win either way. There has to be a Mike that wins, right?
And the winner is...
It's Mike. Right. So, yeah. And then we have another great one, which is Raw versus God Illuminati. That's going to be
I've heard that name before.
Which one?
God Illuminati.
Yeah, so you have heard God Illuminati.
I've heard Losh.
Yeah.
Mike, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
And God Illuminati.
Yeah. Yes. We have talked about them. Yeah. Those are all Miami folk. That's why you have heard them before. Shout out Miami. Goddamn Skippy. Miami is coming to take over Duval, man. September 24th. Be in the building. It's going to be a hell of an event. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be in the building, please reach out to Bucci, reach out to Levi, reach out to Tasha, or somebody a part of the BBA. You can find them on Facebook, Barbarians Battle Arena. Reach out to any of the staff, and they will gladly hit you with the live stream. Or you can look at the bottom of the flyer that's right there, right at the bottom. Let me go right here. Y'all see it? Let me go closer. You see it? Right there at the bottom of the flyer. Right here at the bottom of the flyer. Right there. Do you see it? Cash app for the live stream. The BBA. What does it say? 904.
Yeah, BBA 904.
There you go. Reach out. Send your money. $20. Get a live stream. Watch a great epic event.
It's lit.
No doubt. So, babe.
Yes, sir.
What questions do you have for me? Do you have any great topics
He
you want to
always
ask me?
wants me to ask some questions. It's my baby birthday. It's my baby birthday. Is that your favorite one?
Wow.
Lady, go!
35 years young. How does it feel to be 35?
K.O.
That's how it feels.
I have some questions for
Every
you.
goddamn morning.
K.O.
It's a fact.
35 years old.
Let me tell you, hold on. It's my birthday, right?
Yes.
Let me start it off with this.
I have some things to say, don't take it on the way. And listen to me. You have to seize my sense, read me with intent. It is not easy, please me.
I never heard this before.
That's crazy. Cheers, baby. You feel me? Now, what's your question?
Damn, let me forget my question. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get it together. What was my question? Oh, what are your future's plans? What do you see for yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh, man.
40 in the next 5 years. So what
Yeah,
do you
so
what do you see
fully
yourself?
established in life, man. I mean, credit great. My own home, I'm talking about property that I can go to from time to time. Vacation properties, rental properties, having something out here, something within this next five years. Establishing my credit to the point where my business credit is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where I can take the opportunity to take money or equity out of this company and put it into this company, or to open up or create a new company out of the equity from this company. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where I see myself, on the level where my parents didn't teach me. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, all of our parents didn't have the game to give us. A lot of the game that we were taught, especially me growing up in the crack era, you know what I'm saying? We were taught how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? So that hustler's mentality is what we believed in. Shoebox money is what I was raised on. We weren't putting our money in banks. Who was trusting a bank with this money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only reason I opened up a bank account, to be honest with you, in the first place ever, was because a job told me that in order to get this money that I've been working hard for, I had to open up a bank account and have my money deposited in there.
Yeah. If
it wasn't for that job telling me I needed a bank account, I would have never opened up a bank account. All my money would have still been in shoeboxes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get that game from my parents to say, yo, go open up a bank account, my guy. You need one. But why do we need this bank account? That's the difference is what I'm trying to, get to in my generation of understanding to teach my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference of the generations, because just leaving your money inside a bank account, you're not accruing any type of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, your money isn't making money.
Nothing but fees.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because over time, the bank is taking your money to invest it. You understand? So they need everybody. You got 1,000?
They gotta make.
We need everybody. Y'all got 1,000. All y'all got 1,000. Put that shit inside this account. Hopefully, we get enough to make $1 million, so I can take that $1 million and invest that in a company that's gonna make that $1 million make $10 million. Then off that $10 million, we're gonna invest that, and then hopefully we're gonna make 20. Then we make 100. You know what I'm saying? Then we make $1 billion. That's what we need with this company. We need to keep this revenue going. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do with your money. But if people understood what an insurance account would do for you and invest your money, put your money there, a lot better off in life. We'll talk about that on another episode. But, you know, they get into real debt. But where you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself having a house. I see myself with a new car. I see myself with my business at the point that I want it to be at. Like, you know, like what I worked so hard for. I've had my business for about 3 years. So I am 27 right now. So next couple of years, I see myself like established, living comfortable, my business, you know, me having employees working for me. I've always told myself, like, I don't want to, I've never wanted to work for anyone else. I've always wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be my own boss. I never wanted to have like anyone like telling me what to do, or, you know, making me feel some type of way, or, you know, working a minimum wage job and just not, you know, not happy. I've always wanted to have my own business. I've always wanted to run it how I want to run it. And that's where I see myself. I see myself comfortable, new house, new car, people working for me.
You want to be the real contribution to society. You want to be the excel. So what I call it, the super alumni. You want to be a part of the super alumni of the world, right? Yeah, because you are the super elite to society. You aren't just the average Joe that's working a 9 to 5, putting money every day into, you know, your 401k. You know what I'm saying? Get the match through the company. You know what I'm saying? Getting health benefits through your company. You're not that. You are the company. You are the people to society that pay the taxes that keep America running. You are the companies that keep America running. That's what you were telling me you want to be. You want to be the companies. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, without the real business owners, because at the end of the day, I seen a post a while ago, right, about this guy that was talking to the CEO that was giving a speech, right, and they were talking about one of the guys were talking about his company and how they were losing during COVID, right, and they really needed some relief in order to help, because the workers they don't want to work anymore. They don't want to work for this X amount of dollars no more to make this company run. They wanted to protest.
Wait, real quick before you do that.
Yes.
Minimum wage in Florida is what right now? Do you know?
I think it's $10, if I'm not mistaken.
So it took COVID,
yes, to make that happen.
Our minimum wage from what, $8.75 I believe, or $8.50.
No, it was $7.25 at the time.
Okay,
I believe
even worse.
It was $7.25 or $8.20. Maybe it probably was $8.20.
Wild.
So,
and you know why
2020. Hold on.
You know why they brought that minimum wage up, right?
15. What? Ain't no fucking $15. I know I ain't tripping.
It might be.
No, it ain't $15.
No,
I
it's
know
probably,
I ain't tripping.
it's probably like
it's $10.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's $10.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
$10.
Okay.
That's the minimum wage. It's $10 in Florida.
Yeah.
So it's wild because, like, you know, in the world, it had to happen because they wasn't gonna. Business owners wasn't gonna pay you. They was paying you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some companies probably was paying you money, but before Trump got in there, remember, before Trump got in office, as a manager, you were getting slaved out.
Yeah, but I feel like they upped the minimum wage because they wanted people to go back to work.
It's a
because
fact.
nobody wanted to go back to work.
Right.
After COVID and everything that happened,
Mm-hmm.
nobody wanted to really go back to work and work. So they had to up the minimum wage because people were like, $8.75 or $7, like what you just said, the minimum wage was 7 something.
I wasn't doing it.
And
They wasn't doing it. It wasn't happening.
A lot of people started like hustling and
doing their own thing.
doing their own thing.
I'm gonna be my own business owner.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then they killed the game when Joe Biden got it now. That boy say, I'm gonna make sure y'all don't got no more funding.
Nobody who?
And y'all, I'm not giving nothing, no extra food stamps, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not giving y'all nothing. Y'all going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
All this extra that people was out here spending, we ain't doing that. Cut all that off. Yo, government, states, we cutting funding. No federal funding. It's over. Get back to work. You know what I'm saying? You got jobs out here with signs saying, "Yo, we would give you $30 an hour for the next 2 months.
Yeah, I've seen something.
We'll give you for the first 90 days. We'll give you $30 an hour. Come out here and
I
work."
think I've seen a sign from McDonald's say like, "Oh, we'll give you $15 or something." Like
No,
that?
I seen a sign literally that said they'll give you $30 for 3 months. Yeah, I'll give you $25 for 3 months. For your first 90 days, we will give you this amount. Then it goes down to this. You know what I'm saying? We just need you a part of the team.
Right.
We know if we got you for 90 days, if we got you for 60 days, we know we got you for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. Y'all people would not work. They had too much money coming in. Trump was the guy who was giving out the money, and they was like, "Yo, we ain't doing this no more. We ain't doing this no more. We don't give a fuck about none of that relief. Get back to work and build society. Build America."
I don't care what nobody say. When Trump was in the office,
The world was at a better place.
let's just say that.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
People gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
They
But I
do
mean,
that,
to be
but
honest, it's the
I've
truth.
never seen it to that point where we were when Trump was in office, where like the PPP loans, the food stamps, like upping the food stamps.
I
giving
wouldn't really
out
say
checks.
too much of up in the food stamps. He didn't really up the food stamps. He tried to take it away,
I
but
thought he did.
no, he did not. No, he tried to take it away, and
Oh.
people were cut. People were cut from their food stamps, and a lot of people got cut. You know what I'm saying? And some people, their food stamps wasn't as much. You know what I'm saying? He was not giving out food stamps like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't need to. People were making the money when they didn't care. I go spend $500 at the store, bro. I got $10,000 in my bank account. What I care about? $400 at the grocery store. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? People didn't care at the time because their businesses was flourishing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Building America. Building America again. That's business. You know what I'm saying? Without businesses, this it don't work. You know what I'm saying? But when you get into this democratic way where people feel like only certain businesses are supposed to flourish, everybody else supposed to be workers, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That everybody can't be a worker. You know what I'm saying? That everybody can't be a business owner. You know, everybody can't be, but you know, you don't take away from the mom and pops though. You know what I'm saying? You need mom and pops to make. You got to make the rotation work. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm on Wall Street don't mean that you give me, like, come on. When Obama was in office, he gave tax breaks, huge tax breaks. His biggest tax breaks he gave to was for the car companies.
Right.
Like you gave the biggest tax breaks, you know what I'm saying, the biggest relief to the car companies of that makes billions. They make billions of dollars. And even if they didn't make, let's say they didn't make $1 billion this year. Let's say they only made $800 million. You telling me that they need that money more than the mom and pops that Walmart is kicking to the curb? They need that relief more than them? What about these small restaurants out here that's still feeding the world, that's providing jobs for the communities? Y'all worried about the bigger picture when the smaller picture is where it really relies on. Without the smaller businesses paying these taxes, because the bigger businesses, all of the ones that he gave tax relief to, all of them, they probably not even filing taxes. They reporting losses. So they're not even paying anything to the government. You feel what I'm saying? That shit's insane to me, but it is what it is. But Trump said, fuck all that. I'm going to show y'all how not to pay taxes. Right? I'm going to show y'all how not to pay taxes. We're going to avoid this. Or we're going to pay bare minimum. Not us. We ain't that. We pay our taxes. You know what I'm saying? Don't come for us. We pay our fucking taxes.
Period.
But, you know, I'm going to show y'all how to get this money. That's what Trump did for the community. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, the love of my life says it's time for us to go. So.